I've been shopping at the same grocery store for years, never had a problem with returns or exchanges, especially with unopened items. Everything was always simple and hassle-free until one day, that all changed. I'd bought a pack of frozen peas the night before, but when I got home, I realized I'd picked up the wrong size. No big deal, right? I had the receipt, the peas was still frozen, and it was all in perfect condition, so I head to the store the next morning, fully expecting a quick exchange. But, oh no. That day, I got a manager who was all about rules. I walked up to the customer service counter, ready for a smooth transaction, and the cashier sent me over to speak with Gary, the manager. Gary, who was known for his balk approach, looked at the peas and my receipt, then simply said, "Sorry, we don't accept returns on frozen food, it's store policy." I was stunned. I had never heard of this policy before, and I wasn't about to let it slide, so I asked if I could just exchange the peas for a smaller pack. That's when Gary dropped the bomb. "No exceptions, it's store policy." Fine, I thought. If that's how they want to play it, then I'll comply with every rule to the letter. I went back to the desk and started writing a formal return request. I wasn't asking for a refund or an exchange. I was returning the peas to comply with the store policy. I made sure to include everything: my reason for the return, the condition of the peas, the time of purchase, the whole 9 yards. Then, I handed it to Gary. But here's where it gets fun. I looked at my cart, and without saying a word, I began returning everything in it. Every item I had, including the bread, the eggs, the shampoo, everything went back to the counter. Gary looked at me, confused. "What are you doing?" he asked. I simply smiled and said, "Well, if your return policy says no exceptions, then I'm returning all of this." Gary didn't know what to do. He tried to explain, "You can't return these items, they're not frozen." I shrugged. "The policy says no returns on frozen foods, right? Well, I'm just complying with the rules." So I kept going, returning every item I could. I even had to fill out a return form for each one. The line behind me started to grow. People were curious, some even laughing, but I was just being completely compliant. Finally, Gary couldn't take it anymore. He called over his supervisor, but by then, it was too late. There were too many returns, too much paperwork, and too many people watching. Gary sighed and handed me my peas back. "Just keep them," he said. I took the peas, smiled, and walked out of the store. As I left, I could hear Gary telling his staff that the no returns on frozen food rule was going to be changed immediately. I'm guessing that day, the store learned an important lesson. Sometimes, following the rules to the letter can lead to the most ridiculous outcomes.